I've never, at his age, seen a natural athlete like Max. Never. Because, like, a guy that's got attributes like his cardio, I've never seen anything like that with how he treats himself. Or how he, not even how he treats himself, how he doesn't optimize himself.
In fact, aside from skipping and running to warm up, and a very small amount of strength training with hardly any weights, all the 31-year-old fighter does to train is hit bags and spar a lot. At the end of one of Max's training sessions, just a week out of the fight, disaster.
What happened, man?
Popped my shoulder out in training Friday night, and I should have been smarter, training with the heavy weights, training with heavier guys, so I popped my right shoulder out, so I don't see it affecting me too much. I mean, I know I've got more skill than Quinville. I'll have more cardio than him this time, or around the same, but my bottom line is I need to be healthy for him, because he outweighs me, and when you give up weight, the most important thing is to be healthy for that fight. A bad day on the job in this job is not like you're gonna get screamed at, or you're going to feel bad about yourself morally. Like, you could end up in a plastic surgeon's office. That's a bad day on this job, so that's what kind of sucks about this job, but I love it. You think you're gonna lose, you shouldn't go fight.
Yeah.
Hoping for a good day on the job, Max and I made our way to Montreal. Travel is a big part of mixed martial arts. After catching our 5 a.m. flight, we had to take a 2-hour van ride to get to Victoriaville.
Oh, bro. Another fucking day on the job. These shitty hotel rooms, I fucking hate these.
The worst part is the hotel.
Joining us in Montreal as Max's cornerman was Graydon the Cowboy Tannis.
Great, like he's my only coach I've ever had, but you know, he's ultimate motivator, right? He gets you to do what you got to do. He doesn't take no shit, right? And when you need to work, he'll make you work. But he's a nice guy, right? So he's that perfect trainer in that respect, you know what I mean? And his fighting style is mixed, right? He does everything well, so it's kind of what you want to model your style after.
Graydon figures it's harder to be a cornerman than it is to be a fighter.
It's weird, but I'm more nervous being in the corner than I am fighting. That corner, you just have that anxiety. It's hard to explain, really.
Back in Victoriaville, and very shortly after we arrived, we were ushered down to the conference rooms so TKO could begin video production of the show.
Okay. Nice. C'est ça? Wait, on attend. Okay, ready.
Be sure to speak loudly. Do you mind any foul language? Whatever you want to say.
Fighting on the same card was one of the biggest up-and-coming stars in the country, Sam Stout. After the shoot, I discovered that training doesn't stop just because you don't have a gym. Max would be fighting at 145, and early in the morning took his first step on a scale before his weight cut and finally the official weigh-in.
This is garbage.
Max skipped breakfast and made his way to the sauna, having to cut 5 pounds in 2 hours. A fighter taking on a slightly larger weight cut, just over 20 pounds, was UFC veteran Mr. International, Shony Carter. As Max shadowboxed in the sauna, Shony, a fighter with over 50 fights under his belt, wasn't afraid to lighten the mood.
What easy is almost stop this shit cold turkey.
fuck it, I'm going to the movies.
It was about time there for Cornholio.
Cornholio is Brian Mandingo Gasaway, Shoney's training partner. Brian had recently stepped in the ring with Ultimate Fighter Season 1 winner Diego Sanchez. His eye socket was broken for his trouble. Brian was pushing Shony to cut his 20 pounds of weight, something that's hard to do on your own.
I need it one more time for you to tell me.
Max was still shadowboxing, and after nearly 45 minutes in the sauna, he checked his results.
How you doing?
That feels fairly close.
Content with the results, we went to check the official scale before weigh-in. Max was given the go-ahead. Shony had to go down and cut for the last 20 minutes.
229.8, 229.8, 217.4.
By the time Mr. International made it back, the weigh-ins had begun.
170.2, 170.2.
In Quebec, there is no leeway given for weigh-in. Shony would still be able to fight, but he would lose 20% of his purse to the commission. Even still, he managed to crack jokes and keep everybody laughing, including his opponent, Jonathan Goulet. After a handshake with Quebec superstar, the Crow David Loiseau, it was time for Max's official weigh-in, and for the first time for him to lock eyes with Thierry Quinville since his loss.
C'était malade, ça. Goulet, c'était malade.
144.6, 144.6.
Et son adversaire de la prairie, Thierry Canville.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, chaud?
Il a fait un sanglant.
C'était dans la mer.
144.6.
Picture, guys.
Et voilà. Tournez un peu vers la caméra. Look the camera. Thanks.
Ils n'ont pas l'air assez bruit.
Maintenant, chez les poids lourds, tout d'abord, de Winnipeg au Manitoba. Take this.
Some last shadowboxing in the room, and some very strange meditation at lunch, were the last of Max's preparations before heading to the venue. Fighters entered through the front door, like everybody else.
Ouais, mais moi, j'aimerais commencer en bas, c'est mon jeune, il est bien, fait que tu commences à où? Ça, je veux commencer à ah ouais, c'est l'affaire, là,
We were the first fight group at the venue, and Max was the first one to step into the ring.
I want to keep it on the feet. I feel good. I want to keep it on the feet. Score one big fucking good shot. Knock him out. Knock him right the fuck out.
As Max was worrying about knockouts, Shony had other knockouts to attend to.
Oh, thank you, beautiful. All right. Oh, you needed? That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Mission complete.
Mr. International Shony Carter has a few traditions. One of them is having all the fighters and ring girls sign the fight poster. Another is the pimp outfits.
Somebody lift it, yeah, I don't want to get tired. Oh, lazy, slow down. That's right, I'm not partial.
Max's most important pre-fight tradition is his call home to his wife and his 2 boys.
Yeah, Daddy loves you so much.
The night didn't start well for our dressing room. Greg Compton put up a good fight, but not good enough to not receive a visit from the doctor, and Billy Kidd was tapped out in the first round. Mr. International, showing not the slightest bit of concern, coolly made his way to the ring. Shony stepped into the ring looking impressive.
His professional record shows 32 wins, including 8 by way of knockout, 5 by submission. Shony Carter!
Unhappy with his performance, Shony's loss put our dressing room at 0 for 3. Despite Thierry's showmanship, Max seemed confident, and that made Graydon and I confident.
His bout is scheduled for 3 rounds of 5 minutes. L'arbitre, the referee, Steve Mazzagatti. Tout d'abord dans le coin bleu, porte la culotte bleue et rouge. Crack him!
Keep your distance, Max. Don't overcommit. Use those knees.
I'm off the rope.
Use those knees, Max. Come on, Max. A guard.
Turn
A
around.
guard.
You're getting close.
A guard, Max. Come on, Max. Keep your face.
Max was so concerned with getting Quinville out from under the ropes, he lost his good position, and eventually left behind an arm.
A guard, Max.
Turn him out of the rope. Turn him out of the rope.
The overhook inverted armbar, a move I would practice many times after my trip to Montreal.
After 1 minute and 20 seconds in the first round, ladies and gentlemen, the Shirley
On the way back to the dressing room, Max turned and headed back to the ring.
I'd like to announce tonight it's going to be one of my last fights, at least for a while. The rest of the fighters tonight, I'm very sorry I couldn't show more skill and just to the rest of the fans in Victoriaville. I apologize 1,000 times, sorry.
While it wasn't exactly a retirement announcement, I had to wonder what Max was thinking. Back in Calgary, before going back to training, I sat down with Max and spoke to him a bit about his loss in Montreal.
So when I was competing out in Montreal, I wasn't hungry like I usually am. And usually I would have just pulled out of that armbar just out of anger. You know? I dominated on the feet. As far as I saw, had quicker hands, I had more slick striking. The striking didn't last long. I took control of the wrestling and the grappling immediately. And then from there, I tried to scoot him back into the ropes, and that's where I left my arm behind. So I got a little too overzealous, forgot my grappling. It was a new armbar too. I mean, it was an armbar that we haven't done here, where you're ignorant, you're gonna get exposed. And I got exposed on an armbar that I didn't know. You know.
Despite not knowing that armbar, I trusted Max to prepare me for my first experience in competition. In the middle of this month, I would be heading up to Edmonton to fight in the pancration event at the Arashi-Do Capital City Championships. While my fight was strictly amateur, Graydon would be heading to Edmonton in the new year to fight in another pro fight.